Hi everybody, this is Kathleen. We're back with our recap of our beginner lessons. So this is beginner lesson number 2. I hope these videos are helping you with your practice, and we're going to start again with our rotation or progression, which is your C chord, 3rd finger, bottom string, 3rd fret, that's your C chord. A minor chord is your top string, 2nd fret, 2nd finger. Remember, your thumb is not a finger, okay? That's your A minor chord. Then you're going to add your 1st finger to the 3rd from the top string, 1st fret. Keep that finger on that A minor chord. That is your F chord. Okay, bring down that 2nd finger 1 string to the 2nd from the top string on the 2nd fret, and add your 3rd finger, okay, to the bottom string of the 2nd fret. Now, if you're having difficulty doing that, just turn your wrist, okay? Take out that elbow, turn your wrist a little bit, and that's going to give you some room to get that 3rd finger in there. Okay? So let's start with 8 strums on our C chord. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. A minor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Add that 1st finger. F. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. G7. If you have to turn your wrist a little, turn your wrist. 5, 6, 7, 8. Around again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. A minor. F. This doesn't sound so good. G7. Now let's cut it to 4. A minor. F. G7. Let's do 4 again. A minor. F. G7. Now we're going to go to 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. C, A minor, F, G7. Again, C, A minor, F, G7. A little faster. C, A minor, F, G7. C, A minor, F, G7. Just down strum. C, A minor, F. One more time around. Here we go. C, A minor, F, G7. You should practice that every day. Seriously, every day practice that rotation. The other thing that you needed to do was to be able to go from F chord to your C7 chord. F chord to your C7 chord. So we're going to practice going to F 8 times, 1 strum on the C7, back up to the F, okay? 5, 6, 7, 8, F. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. C7, F. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. C7, F. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. C7, back to F. C7, F. So hopefully that if you practice that, that will help you with your banana boat song. Then the other progression thing that we had to learn was to going from C to an F, C, and a G7. Alrighty, so let's just do 4. So that's 4 on the C, 4 on the F, 4 on the C, 4 and then G7. Okay? Here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8. C, F, C, G7. Again, C, F, C, G7. One more time. C, F, C, and G7. So those are the chords that you needed for the Lion Sleeps Tonight. So hopefully if you keep practicing those, get yourself a little quicker, that will be helpful. You're going to have 2 chords this week. Okay, the first chord is going to be a 2-finger chord. It's called your D, as in David, D7. Take your first finger, finger number 1, put it on the top string of the 2nd fret. Alrighty? Finger number 2 is going to be on the 2nd fret as well, but 3rd from the top string. That's a D7. 2-finger chord. Both fingers are in the 2nd fret, the top string, and the 3rd from the top string. That is your D7. Now that's called a Hawaiian D7 because a true D7 requires you to bar 3 strings on the 2nd fret and then use another finger for someplace else, but we don't use that. We just use a simple 2-finger D7. So take your fingers off, top string, 2nd fret, 1st finger, 2nd finger, 3rd from the top string, still on the 2nd fret. D7 chord. Okay? D7. So now what I'd like you to practice is I want you to do C chord, 4. Get to your D7 chord, D7. From this D7 chord, I want you to be able to move to your F chord. Take that first finger, put it on the 3rd from the top string, 1st fret, and your 2nd finger, put it on the top string of the 2nd fret. That's your F chord. And then do a C chord. We're going to do that again, C chord. I want you to do D7 chord. I want you to do an F chord. I want you to do a C chord. All right, I want you to go to an A minor and just strum it once. I want you to do an F chord, just strum it once. I want you to do an A minor chord, strum it once. And I want you to do a D7 chord, strum it once. Then I want you to go back to your C chord. D7 chord. F chord. And a C chord. All right, so let's try that again, maybe even a little slower, okay? So we're going to do C, D7, F, C. Alrighty, we're going to do 4 strums on each one. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8. C. Move to your D7 chord. Now get to your F chord. Now do your C chord. Let's do your C chord again. Let's move to your D7 chord. F chord. C chord. I want you to do your A minor chord just once. once, but we're going to hold it for 4 counts. F chord, A minor chord, G7 chord, and then I want you to go back to your C chord 4 times, D7 chord. I want you to do your F chord. Then I want you to do your C chord. So practice that a lot. Write it down on a piece of paper if you have to. C, G7, F, and C. And do it again. C, G7, F, and C. Then you're going to go to your A minor chord, do an F chord, do an A minor chord, D7 chord. A lot of work on that G7 chord, okay? Back to C, G7, and you're going to do an F, and a C. So I want you to practice that. Also, I really want you to practice your rotation or progression of C, A minor, F, G7, especially with 2 strums. So let's try that again, okay? I'm going to go C, A minor, F, G7. All righty, 5, 6, 7, 8. C, A minor, F, G7. 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 A little faster. C, A minor, F, G7. C, A minor, F, G7. C, A minor, F, G7. Quicker. C, A minor, F, G7. C, A minor, F, G7. C, A minor, F, G7. So, in lesson number 2, what we're really focusing on is getting our progression of C, A minor, F, G7 a little quicker, especially with 2 strums, okay? You learned your D7 chord, 2-finger chord, both fingers in the 2nd fret. We have one more chord that you have to learn. You have to learn an A7 chord. It's a 1-finger chord. Finger number 1, okay? 2nd string from the top, 1st fret. There's your 1st fret. 2nd string from the top, 1st finger. That is your C7 chord. You're not going to confuse it with your that's your A7 chord, A7 chord. Do not confuse it with your A minor chord, which is the top string, 2nd fret, 2nd finger, A minor. Okay, this is your A7 chord. A minor chord. A7 chord. Alright, so practice your progression of C, A minor, F, G7. C, A minor, F, G7. Practice your D7 chord and your A7 chord. Alright, I'll see you at the next video.